Hey everybody, this is Jen. Welcome to the Homestead and welcome to my channel. Well, today is the day. We're finally doing it. What are we doing? We are winter sowing. We are finally getting our seedlings planted in our milk jugs and getting them out. So as the weather starts to warm up around here, we'll start getting some really hardy seedlings. So follow me along right here on Garden Jen's Journey. Alright, so yes, we are getting ready to do some winter sowing. We are going to be planting our seeds in our milk jugs and then setting them outside in the garden so they can get the full sun and rain and even a little bit of breeze a little bit in there. Winter sown seedlings tend, on an average, to do better than seedlings that are grown indoors. Now I actually do have some seedlings that I'm growing inside right now because of the crazy weather we've been having here in central Michigan. And I will insert a picture here. So yes, so tomatoes and peppers and things that really need warm, hot heat to really get going, that's what I have going on inside. But the other stuff we are putting outside. So I'm going to show you my setup and we're actually going to start planting those seeds today. Alright, so here is my winter sowing setup for today. I have my bucket here that has water in it. This is rainwater that we get from our rain barrel. I use rainwater as much as possible because our groundwater has lots of rust and calcium in it. So I try to use rainwater as much as possible so we limit the amount of minerals that our plants are subjected to off the bat. We have our soil here. I use Pro Mix HP. It's a high quality organic potting soil. I've used it for years. I also have used Happy Frog. Very happy with the Happy Frog and Ocean Forest products. Those are really good too. But high quality organic is what I use. I have my mixing bucket here. I just dump some of the soil in it and mix it with some of the water using, this here. So I can at least get it wet. And then of course I have all my seeds that I'm doing for today. These are all mainly flowers. Right now is what I am getting in, and then probably next week, depending on how warm it gets, I'll probably start doing some more crops. So here we go. We have our first 4 jugs lined up ready for the seeds, and I'll show you exactly what I do here. Alright, so you'll have to bear with the tractor. My husband's doing some yard work today. So I have my label maker here. I absolutely love it. I have used it for years now. And you could use a paint pen. I just don't because I have crappy handwriting. And a label maker works really quickly. The labels last quite a long time if you put them on when the tags are dry. So I have some labels I've used for 2 to 3 years. And they do pretty good. Sometimes they do peel off, but overall they last. They last really well. And what I like about them is they're also easy. If you want to change what you're planting, you can just peel them off and put another label on. Good to go. So today, let's see. Get out some of the tags here. There we go. So I'm going to put some hollyhocks in these jugs. We got my jet black hollyhock, and we also have, gotta find it, I have a yellow hollyhock I got in a seed swap. And I also have a summer carnival color mix that I got in a seed swap. So I think I'll do those too. Alright. So we're going to print out our labels really quick. Alright, so there we go. We got those ones done. So we're going to attach those to our labels. Alright, so we have our 3 labels done for our hollyhocks. I've also put them on the jugs as well. So, again, another thing about using labels is when you put them on your jugs, they also peel off real easy when you want them to. So, this last year I did Queen of the Night. So just put that on there. And there you go. So it's ready to go. Those in there so I don't get lost. And then I'm simply going to plant the seeds. Alright, so we got our summer mix. And hollyhocks, you don't have to plant the seeds very deep because when they grow, they basically grow from being dropped on the ground. If you think about how perennials grow that self-seed, they kind of just drop on the ground and then just get lightly covered with soil. Alright, so there we go. We got that one. Got that one. I'll just take a little bit from that and put it in there just to lightly cover it. And our jet black. The jet black is really, really pretty. I like it. Just adds a big time pop because hollyhocks are bright colors. And then you got some of those darker colors come in and it's like, wow. So there we go. I got some jet black. Just put that over the top. Press that down. I like to press the soil down firmly, because sometimes when it rains and the water comes in, it might be a hard rain, and we really don't want those seeds getting kind of moved around. So we press them down like so. Alright. And I'm simply just going to seal them up with the duct tape. Alright, so I'm just going to tape her shut. That's all there is to winter sowing. These jugs have been used for years, so they already have the drainage holes in the bottom. One thing I like to do to make sure these are sealed is do the shake test. Gently just shake it, not a lot because you don't want to throw that dirt around. But if it stays together, you've got it taped correctly. Now I will set this outside and let it get the sun and the rain and all that outside. Alright, so we got the hollyhocks out in the garden area. I also did one of my favorite snapdragons, the apple blossom color snapdragon. I did that one and got that out there. You didn't get to see that because my husband came in and he was trying to talk about different things that we need to do on the homestead. So it happens. Anyways, we are going to do the bee balm. Now, I grow bee balm in my garden a lot. It's a wonderful thing for the bees, and it's a wonderful medicinal herb. And it's very hard to get bee balm online anywhere, the leaves and stuff that you use for medicinal purposes. So you almost have to grow your own bee balm to use it. So I have the purple in my garden. We're going to add the red to it. So, very, very beautiful plant. So I'm just going to sprinkle the seeds over the top here. Nothing too drastic. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to cover the seeds with just a little bit of soil so they don't get knocked around by water and stuff. And press it down. Alright, so we're going to get our labels ready here. So we got our bee balm. We're doing the regular bee balm, and we're also doing lemon bee balm, which is a wonderful plant for our pollinator friends. They absolutely love it. So yes, I have lots of plants that I use to bring in pollinators, beneficial insects to the garden. It's very, very important, especially since we do have a declining bee population. It's actually, from what I understand, it has stabilized, but the more help we can give to our bees by having stuff that they can utilize, the better. So, alright, so I'm just taking off the old labels and putting on new labels. There we go. There we go. What am I missing on the coxcomb? Generally I have these done ahead of time, but with my health I have not had really the ability to do that. Alright, so there we go. So there's the bee balm that we just did, and we're going to do coxcomb. It's a little too much dirt there. We're going to do pastel yarrow. And then we're going to do lemon bee balm. So here's our pastel yarrow. These are seeds I saved from my own yarrow plants. So we're just going to sprinkle them over there. And we got our coxcomb. The mix that I'm going to do is called Jessica's Mix. Really pretty. And I like it because it already comes as a mix, so when I go to save the seeds, I don't have to worry that it's cross-pollinated with a different variety. I'm just going to sprinkle that in there. Okay. I'm going to put some dirt over that, like so. Going to do the same thing with the yarrow, just put a little dirt over that, press it down, like so, get them seeded in there. Alright. And then, of course, our lemon bee balm. These are seeds that I've saved from my own plants. And I do have these all available. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, if you're interested in any of these seeds, I do grow quite a few of them and harvest my own seeds. If you're interested in them, I do have a website I will link to below where you can buy the heirloom seeds that I grow here on the homestead, as well as some herbal salves and medicinal teas. So go ahead and check out the website for me and see if there's something that you would like to grab for your own gardens or your own household. So we're gonna go ahead and put the lids on these guys and the labels. So this is our bee balm. The cranes are moving about. That's what you're hearing right now is our sandhill cranes. All right. So these have been used for multiple years. So that's why there's still a tag on it. We're going to switch the tag out. But you can see, like I said, these tags last a long time. So you could write on the jug if you want. Or you could put tags on them like I do. Just like so. There we go. You gotta press this tape on really good to make sure it sticks. Because sometimes you think it's stuck and it's not. So, really good. And if you do have tape failures, it's okay. It happens. You just tape it again, no big deal. And again, I give it the shake test. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And we'll set it outside. Alright. So I'm going to get the rest of these done and set outside. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so here's the jugs that I have done today. I have them sitting outside next to my blueberry patch. And we're going to fill up these beds over here. I have my raspberry beds too. We're going to put all the winter sown jugs right here. They'll be fine. They're not going to bother anything sitting right here. This is a pansy plant. This is how I found out that pansies are actually perennials. And I have a brand new rose that I got. We have it in a pot for now to let it get started growing before we actually put it into our ground a little bit later in the spring. Alright, so I hope that this gave you some inspiration to get out there and start planting some seeds so you can really have some good hardy seedlings to get ready to be transplanted in your garden when it's time. Now, if you're not familiar with the winter sowing concept and you still have questions, I do have a full playlist including a how-to video that goes in depth on what winter sowing is and how to do it with all the materials that I use in the process. So I will link to the playlist at the end of the video so you can go watch that at your leisure and kind of get more information on what winter sowing is. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with other winter sowing, other gardening, cooking, some herbal stuff that I do. We do all sorts of things here on the homestead, and I'd love to be able to share that with you. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, especially those who might be new to gardening. It might give them some inspiration on how to get their gardens going this year. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope wherever you are, you're wonderfully blessed. So until next time, bye-bye.